Hello everybody, welcome back. So today what I want to do is create a little copy of the Breakout video game. So that was created in the 1970s. And the idea behind it was that you had this little board and it had a paddle at the bottom that you could move back and forth and some bricks at the top. And this ball bounces around off of the paddle, off the walls and into the bricks. And as it hits the bricks, it breaks them and destroys them. And the idea was to destroy all the bricks. And if you did that, you would beat the level. So we're going to work on creating a little clone of that game. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So I'm going to open the main file. So what I did here is I just copied a previous project and called it 05 Breakout. The only other major change that I did from last time was change the name of level to scene. So now we have scene instead of level. I think that makes more semantic sense. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. What we're going to do is we're going to create some bricks, right? So they're going to be very similar to a platform, but we're just going to call it a brick. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take this and we'll say package main type brick struct. And so what we want to have for that for a brick is to be similar to a platform here. So we'll take a look at the platform code. And whoops, okay, platform code. So we're going to need some of these things, for example, like this this entire import here. We can grab that and bring it over. Then the brick itself is going to have dimensions, which will just be a rectangle, and it'll have an image, which is Ebiton image. And then we're going to have one other thing where the brick is active. That'll just be a Boolean, so that will tell us whether the brick is destroyed or not. So let's create a little get here. Let's do a couple other things. So let's create some little housekeeping things. Oops. Okay. So a few things here is we're going to have go builds, and we're also going to have 05 breakout. Okay. So now what we can do is let's see if we can do a build of this. Okay, so far we've got no errors, but let's also do a. There we go. We've got this. Oh, player was wait, where's player? Oh, this actually isn't a file yet. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's make a new file. We're going to call it brick. Whoops. We're going to call it brick.go. Whoops. Brick.go. This is going to be a bool. And we're going to put. And then what we can do is now we can format our code. Get the file. Okay, so now we're good. So we've got this brick. Oh, yeah, and let's take a look at our platform code because we're going to copy some more of that code over here. Boom. Okay, so we're going to have a similar thing to make a platform, and we're going to have actually similar code to all of this. So let's just copy this. Snarf, it means copy. It's just kind of a weird thing from Plan 9. Let's see. So we're going to have make brick. We're going to return a brick. Brick. Let's see. Brick. Rectangle, new image. The brick is going to start out being active. So we're going to have true there. This is going to be brick. And return a brick. And then here we're going to have brick, draw, ops. There we go. I guess technically this could be B. maybe that's what we'll do. We'll make all of these B for brick. And we'll change this over to be brick. Now, previous collision box, let's do a put there. Now, the one thing that we want to do here, okay, yeah, actually this will all be good. So this essentially gives us everything that we need for a brick. So let's go ahead and delete this, close this platform code. We'll move the brick code over here. And now what we can do in our game is we can create some bricks. So this is what we'll do is create bricks. And so instead of having platforms, we're going to have bricks in our scene. So our scene is going to have gravity, player, scene, bricks. And that means we need to go over to our scene code. And instead of platforms, we're going to have bricks. It's going to be a slice of brick. We're going to call this bricks. Put. Okay, so there we go, Ebiton. Then what we'll do is in here, we have this level update, but we now, since our bricks can be destroyed through collisions, we will update our, well, actually, should we update our bricks? No, let's actually do that through the user update. Okay. So there we go. So that's our scene, which is really good. So we'll close that. Let's see, what else do we want to have here? Let's just format our code. Okay, brick and scene. Brick, we'll do a get. There we go. So now our brick code is formatted. Now, what we can do is we need to create bricks, right? So we need to have scene bricks. And we'll say make brick. Now, when we make a brick, it has an X, Y, width, and height, and then we'll also give it a color. So we'll have, let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to just draw each row of these bricks, right? And the idea here is we're going to have the game, the window width. Let's use the window width to figure out how large our bricks are. So we're going to have, say, 1 pixel, well, maybe 2 pixels. Let's say we have 2 pixels on either side of our bricks. And if you imagine like our hand, like let's say we have 5 bricks here, there will be a space on either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you have 5 bricks, you'll have 6 spaces. So we'll just have one more than than the number of bricks that we have. So the total number of bricks that we want to have is 8. So we're going to say bricks per row is going to be 8. And then brick width is going to be, so window width, window width, and then we're going to subtract that by 9 times 2. That'll be the spacing, and then we'll take that and divide it by 8, which will be the number of bricks that we want to have. Oh, bricks per row. And actually, let's just do this. So it's bricks per row. There we go. So now we have our brick width. And then we'll just say our brick height is just an arbitrary thing that we're going to pick. Let's just say 25, right? So 25 pixels high. So now we can create our bricks. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to have an X and a Y location. So this will be the X location. So we're going to have a padding of 2. So 2 plus, let's see, then we're going to say I times brick width. So that will give us a nice little boosting on either side. And then the Y size will actually be 2, actually 2, I think that'll work, 2 times I times brick width. No, that we need to have 2 plus 2I, right? So that way the first one, which is 0, will have 2. The second one will have 4 because I'll have 2, and then the other 2. Yeah, that'll be good. Now, the height needs to have the same kind of thing. It's going to have 2, and then 2 times I, and then we're going to add, let's see, so each row, right? So that means that we need to have I divided by bricks per row times the brick height. Okay, so I times bricks per row. I divided by bricks per row times brick height. And maybe to make this a little bit, we'll say brick X is going to be this, right? Make this a little bit more readable. So we're going to snarf this up, paste it over here, and we'll say brick width. Okay, brick width. Then we'll say brick height. Brick Y is going to be this. Okay. Take this, put it over here. So brick Y. And then we'll have a brick, or sorry, this is brick X. There we go. So then we have brick width, brick height, and then we'll give it a color. So do puts, and the current color is green, blue. So it's kind of a blue-green, which should be fine. So that will give us that. And then we need to say how many bricks that we want to do. So we're going to say 24. We're going to have 3 rows of 8. And that should give us the number, the bricks that we want. Okay, so that should be, let's see. So if we update, draw, we're going to need to draw our bricks. Okay, so we draw the screen. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. Like, why did we... Oh, because I didn't have it be part of the scene before. Okay, so we'll have to go... This actually should not be here under the game draw. It should be under... Because we're just doing scene, drawing the scene. And that means that what we'll do is put this... We'll open the scene. Let's see. And under the scene, we're going to have some updating stuff. Let's see. Draw. We'll say for brick range level. Oh, yeah. This is the scene. So we'll do SCN, right? For scene. Scene dot bricks. So we're going to range over each brick, and if brick active, then we will draw the brick. So brick, draw to the screen. There we go. So that should take care of that. That means we can take this away. Save that. We should be okay. Let's see. Let's do this. Now we'll do a put. Let's see. What else do we got here? Let's see. Main 29. Okay, let's go there. 29 bricks. Expected parentheses. Found new line. Oh yeah, because this is like this. Okay. Oh, you know, let's just, I mean, we don't need it technically, but let's just do this. That'll be good. What's this one? Expected. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's try. There we go. Now we've got main. Let's do a get here. Boom. There we go. So that looks a little bit better. Now, let's see. Can we build? Okay, so there's actually some things that we need for brick. Oh, let's do a get here. So we've got brick. Okay. So open the brick. And then, of course, what do we need here? Brick.go, 12. Ebiton. Image. Let's see. Ebiton, undefined. Ebiton, image. Oh. Yeah, that's what that needs to be. So then we've got an undefined P. Oh, yeah, this needs to be B. B. Oops, we'll do a put. And this should give us more of what we need. Okay, yeah, B. Should give us most of what we need. Okay. Cannot use brick X. Brick X. Cannot use brick X. Variable type int as float 32. Gotcha. Okay. Very easy. Float 32. And same thing for brick Y. Float 32. Let's do a put. That should get us mostly there. Can it use brick width of type int? Oh, yeah. That needs to be a float 32 as well. So we can do this. And this needs to be float 32. That makes that pretty good. Okay, so now we should only have a couple more errors left. Invalid operation, I, brick width, mismatch types, int and float 32. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. And here it expects it to be an int. Okay. And of course, probably brick height. Okay. So let's save that. Delete that. We should be very close now. Here we go. Bricks per row times float I32, mismatch types int float 32. Oh yeah, what? Int. Okay, should be very close. Seam platforms, of course, bricks. Put. There we go. So now, so here in the player code, we need to do collisions. And this actually won't be the player. We are actually going to need to create a ball. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's create a ball. So, okay, let's grab this. And we're going to create ball. Oops, ball. Ball.go. Create that package main. We're going to get some of the other things that we need. So let's grab brick, because ball will be similar to brick. And what we'll do is we'll grab a bunch of things that we had. Oops. And paste it here. So this one will be ball, because the ball is the thing that's going to move around instead of the player. The player is actually just going to be a little platform. So we're going to have a ball. The ball will always be active, so we don't have to worry about that. But the ball will have, let's see. Should we make, maybe we'll, for simplicity purposes, we'll make the ball just a little square. So we'll give it dimensions and an image. So that makes it very simple. The next thing that we're going to have is make a ball. In fact, what we'll do is we'll copy all of this stuff too. Make ball. So we get X, Y, width, and height, and a color. So this will be a ball. We don't need active anymore. Its dimensions will be this. It'll be a new image like this, and we'll fill it with the color and return ball. Then, of course, we'll draw the ball with that, and then we'll just have a collider on the ball, and it's going to use an all collider just like the brick will, and that should be good. So we'll return the dimensions. Oh, actually the ball is moving, so the ball has, okay, so we're going to copy some of the same things that we had from the player. So remember, in the player, what we did is we did this over here. So the player had a position, which is a point, and a previous position, which was a point. And that's exactly what we're going to do, the same thing for us. So the dimensions, what we're going to do is the dimensions are just going to be like this. So it'll just be a rectangle. Actually, you know what we should do is we'll just say size. And we'll use a point for this. But the X and the Y will actually be the width and the height. So width, height. There we go. So that gives us a size. We'll give it a position, which will be a point, and a previous position, which will also be a point. There we go. So now, let's see. Position and previous position. We will also have a dx and a dy. Yes. That's right. Okay. This actually needs... all this needs to go... actually, it needs to go... was it? Here. Okay. We're going to get this out of the way. And then we'll just put this there. And then we will run... let's just format the code a little bit. Expected declaration found. Return of ball 32. What is this? Wait, is there something else that I didn't cover? Let's see, point. Oh, the struct. Yes. There we go. Put okay, ball. What is this? Size, point. Oh yeah. This needs to be a type. There we go. Mixed up some things. Okay, here we go. Expected. Oh yeah, size, point, position point, and previous position point. There we go. Now we should be able to format our code. We'll do a get on it. There we go. So size, position, previous position. Now we can do the same thing over here. We can have size, which is going to be a point, width, and height. We'll give it a position, which will be, oh, let's do, let's see, do we have in main window width? So we'll do window width divided by 2, and, oh, yeah, this needs to be a point. Point, window width, and window height divided by 2. So we'll put it in the middle of the screen. And then the previous position will be the same thing. So we'll grab this and we'll just paste it over here. So position, previous position, and then we'll have an image, and then we'll fill it with the color that we need for the ball. So now we've got the ball, and let's see. The next thing that we'll do is we don't, let's see, games, breakout, ball. Aha. So now what we'll do is, now that we have this ball, we can add it to our scene. Right? Because our scene will have a player, it will have a ball, which will be a ball. I'll just fill this in, even though that we're not going to use it for right now. We don't need gravity anymore right now, because this will be a breakout game. And the other thing that we need to do is we need to look at player, because there's a few things that we need to do with player. Here we go. So let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our player to, instead of being just a square, it's going to be a platform, which means it's going to be a rectangle. So the player is going to be, it doesn't really need health. So let's just take health, jumps, max jumps, all of that stuff we don't need anymore. But we do need position and previous position. Our player isn't going up or down anymore, so that's pretty good. So we're simplifying our player, and we'll take this away. And then we'll make a player which will start out in an XY position. We don't need health or max jumps. We're going to give it an image, and the image of what it will be is the width will be 100, and the height will be, say, 25, the same as the height as one of those bricks. So there we go. So that should give us a nice little player position. We might end up making this a little bit bigger, maybe 120 or something like this. But we'll see once we put it onto the screen. Now, the position that we want to do, we'll have to set that up before. But now the player input, we're going to still do the left and right, and we're going to maybe change this speed. But we don't really need direction anymore. So let's just take the direction out of it, because I don't think we'll need that. So then we can take this out and simplify things. Now, we'll still do the quit. And then we don't need jumping or dashing anymore. And we don't need physics of gravity and friction. But we should do a collision with the ball, right? So the ball should have a collision. Actually, the ball instead of colliding with the player colliding with the ball is going to collide with the player. But we can do that. Let's see. Where is the ball? Okay, yeah. So let's take the brick out for a second. Let's move player over here, and let's take a look at ball. Because now the ball can have an update function. Because the ball is now moving around. So it can actually update. So we're going to say ball update. And what we'll do is the ball needs to update its position. And then handle collisions with bricks. Handle collision with player. And then we'll handle collision with walls. Okay. We may move these things around a little bit, but let's go for brick. Oh, let's do an update. We'll give it the scene. Where we have a scene. There we go. So we should be able to, for each brick in range, scene bricks. Let's take a look, and we'll say, okay, we need to check and see if there is a collision. So we'll get a collision type, and we'll say, let's see, what do we got here? Ball dot collision with a brick. Right? And so then we'll have a to-do. Handle brick collision. We'll just take that out for now. Okay, so then we'll have the rest of these. But what I want to do first is see if we can get a compilable version of this. We just want to get some things on the screen. So let's go and get some of these ball dimensions. Oh yeah. So the ball dimensions, what we're going to do is we're going to return a rectangle of the ball and previous position X, ball previous position Y, and then ball dot, let's see, width and height. Ball size X will be the width, and B size height will be the ball height. There we go. So that gives us that. And then we'll have a collision box, which can be this same thing. So we'll copy that, paste it, and this will just be the position. Oops. There. So now we've got our nice little collider with the ball. Now we can try building again. There should only be a few things. Oh yeah, size Y. Save that. Now we should have only a few more things. Oh yes, gravity. We removed gravity here. So the scene will have gravity. We'll have bricks, and we'll have a ball. Make ball, and let's see, what was make ball? Let's see, ball, make ball, X, Y, width, height, and color, right? So what we'll do is position, you know what? Let's just have a width and height and color because we're going to start it out. We'll just start it out at the center of the screen like we did there. So make ball, width and height. So we'll say 10, 10. It may need to be bigger. It'll probably need to be bigger. Maybe 15. We'll see how 10 works. And then we'll give it a color of color RGBA. The ball, let's make it red. So 255, 00, 255. There we go. So now we have a red ball. We'll create the bricks. We've got a scene. Now we should be able to build. Oh yeah, we need a comma here. Build. Let's see, make ball, value of struct type brick as ball, value instruct literal. Can I use make ball? Struct T, wait, make ball? Wait, let's see, what are we doing here? Make ball returns, oh, it needs to return a ball. Yes, that makes sense. So we'll build, and then we'll need, yes. So the player things. So now we can update the player, right? So because what we're gonna do is we need to do this kind of thing that the player does, but we have special stuff that we want to do with the ball, right? So let's maximize ball, and we're gonna handle collisions. Let's see. So, let's just player collisions. Let's just comment those out for now. And we'll deal with those a little bit later. Okay, so go build. Let's see, ball, window width. Oh, can ball not see package main, input color? As, oh, cannot use window width as float 32. Yes. Okay. So once again, our strict typing is saving us. Saving us from pain. It may seem like a little bit of pain to do this now, but this is actually good. It forces you to know what the types of all of your things are. So there we go. So we'll make this a float 32. Then we will, let's go ahead and format everything. So what all did we do? So main ball. So player. So get. Let's do. There we go. Let's do get here. Main ball, go player. Let's see, what else do we got here? Main, we'll do a get. Scene, okay. Do a put. Put. Okay, now we're good. We're all good. So now we've got this. Let's take this away. Let's see what else do we have left. So 24, return ball. Ball doesn't, oh yeah. Ball. Boom. Let's build again. We still got some bricks. So let's do ball. In fact, can we do like a look for brick or something? I think look allows us to find this thing. Collision with bricks. Handle collision with bricks. Scene bricks. Okay, so that should be okay. Let's close this. See what else do we've got. Wait, 2, 3. Ball. Wait, make ball. 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 Return ball. Oh, did I not save? I didn't save. Okay. Here we go. Saved. Declared and not used. Okay, yeah, so we need to use a brick. That's right. We're not handling the collisions yet. So we're just trying to get stuff on the screen. So let's do that first without getting into a lot of the details. Okay, dimensions. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Okay. So when we draw, we want this to be the position X and position Y. That's what we want to have. And then remove that. See what we got. Only one left. Size. Oh, Y. That's what it needs to be. So we'll delete that. So it should compile. Okay, so it compiles. Let's see what we got. Okay. So this isn't exactly what we want to have. We want to have a row for each thing. This is just going in one big row, but now we have something nice. Okay, very good. So let's go back to the main code. Let's maximize this. And let's do this better. Oh, yes. So for each I, so for this will be, let's do for J0, J. So I will be the number of rows. So we're going to have 3 rows of 8. Okay, so then we can take this. Let's see. You know what? Let's just do this. Paste. There we go. Let's put this. Let's reformat because I like having everything formatted. And what else was it? Ball. So let's see. Where's ball? Yeah, let's get input. Okay. So now we've got these bricks, right? And so what we want to do is actually have I as row and J is column. So now we can actually do this by row and column. So the X is just going to be the column that we have. So it's going to be 2 times 2 plus J, which will be our column. And then we'll have our let's see, what do we do here? This will be our row, which actually, wait, J is our column. So column is the width, row is the height, so I will be the row. And it should be essentially, yeah, 2 plus this, right? And, oh, wait, no. This is the brick's X value, right? So the brick X value, maybe we should just redo this. Okay, so the brick X value is just going to be 2 plus the column that we have times the brick width, right? So let's do 2 plus the column times brick width, right? So that should, and then, oh, we should also have 2 times J. There we go. So that, I believe, should be the proper thing, right? So we've got this, there. Now, the Y, let's just think about this from first principles. The Y will be 2 times the I, 2 times I, plus 2 plus 2 times I, and then plus, let's see, what is so it's I times the brick height. There we go. And that's a float 32. Let's see. Then the bricks, make bricks XY. Let's see if that is a little bit better. So let's do get, put. So that's all good. Does it compile? No, we've got a couple things. So we've got J. Ah, okay, yeah. Because J is not a, here we go. Int that needs to have the right type. Brick height. There we go. let's see, where do we get? Okay, I think that actually builds. There we go. So now we've got, yes. Now all we have to do is properly position our player, our paddle. Okay, so let's properly position our paddle. And the way that we're going to do that is, let's go to player. Remember, player is now a paddle. Oh, yes. This needs to be the player height, which will be now 25. 25. There we go. Then, let's see. Oh, yeah. We're not even doing collisions there. Now, let's see. XY, XY. Ah, okay. So let's go to main. When we create the player, this is the X and the Y value. Okay, so the X value should be window width divided by 2. And then that's not exactly in the center because our player has some size to it. So really what we should do is window width minus 25 divided by 2. So that's around 12. And then our height should be window height minus the height of our paddle plus 1. So we're just going to do 26. We'll just hard code that. That should be good. Let's see if we can build. Window width, value of type int. So yeah. Let's do float 32. And there we go. So that should do that. Let's see if that builds. Okay, good. Breakout. There. Now we've got our nice little paddle here at the bottom. And we probably want it to go a little bit faster. So let's go to our player. And open it up. And make our player just a little bit faster. Let's say 7. That should be pretty fast. So let's build, run. There we go. So now we've got a faster paddle. In fact, even that may not be fast enough. But now we need to draw our ball. So let's go to our scene and make sure that we're drawing a ball. So we've got our scene, we update, and then we draw the player, the bricks. Let's draw the ball after the player. In fact, let's draw the ball after the bricks. So scene, ball, draw to the screen. There we go. Put, build. Let's see where it goes. So yeah, the ball is there. So now the ball probably should have a different color from the paddle. So let's create, let's go to main again. And the ball, let's just make it white. So when we make the ball 255, 255. Build. So now the ball, oh wait. Gotta build. Okay, so now the ball is like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give it a certain speed, right? And so the idea is the ball is going to have a certain speed, and basically where it hits on the paddle, we're going to kind of control how it gets out of that. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just give it, say, a 1-1 speed. So let's see. Ball, when we make a ball, when we make the ball, we'll give it a dx and dy. Oh yes, the ball needs to have a dx, float 32, and a dy. Float 32. I don't know if maybe that, yeah, that should be fine. And then we'll put that there. And then what we'll do is when we update the ball, we'll update the position of the ball, where ball dot previous position equals ball dot position. So we'll update the previous position. Then we'll do ball dot position dot x plus equals oh wait, ball is b, and then b dot dx, b position y, b dot dy. There we go. And that allows us to update the position of the ball. Now, the ball needs to have a dx and dy. So say dx, it's going to be go to the right by 1 per frame, and the dy is going to go down 1 per frame. So right now there's no collisions, so it should just go off the screen. So let's see if that works. Undefined ball. Oh yes, because this ball is B. But let's see, we'll build, run. Oh wait, did I not save properly here? Let's see, put, build, run. Why is the ball not updated? Oh, because in the scene, we need to make sure that the ball updates in the scene. So let's go here to the scene. We update the player. Let's update the ball. So this is level. How about this be scene? We'll do scene.ball.update, and we'll give it the scene. There we go. So now we can build this. And of course, we still have level here. Let's move it to scene. We'll build. That's good. We'll build it. And we still have, wait. Ball update. Ball update. Ball draw. Where's ball? Or okay, ball update. So we update the position. So the previous position equals the current position, and then the current position equals ball x plus dx and dy. So we should have dx and dy. We don't have any collisions yet. We draw the ball, and we have a rectangle. Okay, so this should be okay. Let's actually just format our code, our ball, and main. Where's main? Get. Okay, so if we do get, okay, get is fine. Okay, so let's do build breakout. I'm not sure why the ball is not moving, because we have a dx and dy when we're making a ball, and we update the ball with the scene, and the scene is telling us that we update the ball. Oh. Wait. Where's ball? Does ball... Ah, update. This needs to be a pointer. Otherwise, it's just a value, and it will never update. Okay. And the ball draw is fine. The collision type and collision box is fine. Okay. So now, let's build. Breakout. There we go. So now we have a ball that is slowly going across. And notice we don't have any collisions yet. It's just going off into space. So let's go and let's handle some collisions for our ball, right? So the ball, let's handle collisions with the walls first. So if B position x is less than 0, then we want to reverse the x position, right? So we see b dx equals -1 times b dx, right? So we'll reverse the x position if the ball... actually, we'll reverse the x position if the ball is to the left or to the right. So b position x plus... what is this? X plus b position size x. So if that is greater than or equal to, this is less than or equal to 0, and this is greater than or equal to the window width, then we will reverse the direction. And then we'll say if b position y is less than or equal to 0, or b position y plus b size y is greater than or equal to window height, then we will b dy equals -1 times b dy. So we'll reverse the y position. So now we can put this in. Let's make our ball a little bit faster, and so that way we can watch it bounce around, and hopefully it will bounce around our arena. Let's see. Build. Okay. Position. Window width. Float 32 and int. Oh yeah, the window width. Keep forgetting the window width. There we go. And the window height. There we go. So we'll put that there. Let's close this. Let's build. Undefined P. So 52. Wait, where's P? Oh, B. So used to typing P. Okay. There we go. Let's remove that. Let's build. Breakout. Boom. 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 Okay, so now our ball is bouncing around the screen. All that we have left to do now is implement the... we have to implement the collisions between the ball and the bricks, and the ball and the player, which is this paddle here. And then there's just a few other things that we've got to do. But looking at the time, it looks like I've got a relatively long video already. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do that next time. So until next time, hopefully you have a great afternoon, evening, or morning.